two butlers. We had two butlers. We had the one from 2 weeks ago where we had well over 100,000 people come to the middle of Pennsylvania. It was incredible. And then we had the first butler, and that was a big crowd too, but that was interrupted.
After spending a little too much time in my hometown of Baltimore, Maryland recently, the bluest of blue cities in the bluest of blue states, I was ready to hit the road for another adventure and head back to Trump country. Howdy folks, I am at a Wawa gas station in Baltimore, Maryland, and it's about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm about to head up to Butler, Pennsylvania. I'm going back to Butler to go to another Trump rally. He is returning to the scene of the crime where he was nearly assassinated in July. I'm going back to see him again, and apparently Elon Musk is going to be there as well. So, should be an eventful day. Hopefully nobody gets shot this time. Let's get into it.
A few hours later.
Just got done driving about 5 hours through the middle of the night, and I'm about a half hour away from Butler, Pennsylvania, but I just saw something that leads me to believe I'm in the right place. Take a look. Way back on July 13th, I attended Trump's first Butler, Pennsylvania rally, the one where he was nearly killed by an assassin's bullet. So, when it was announced he was returning to the stage he almost died on, and this time was bringing Elon Musk along for the ride, I knew I had to be there. It's about a 6-hour drive from Baltimore to Butler, and I left in the wee hours of the morning to make sure I'd get there as soon as the parking lot opened, because I knew if I didn't arrive extremely early, I wasn't going to be getting in. So I said, screw sleep, I'll stay up for 48 hours straight to get there first thing and secure a good spot in the crowd where I can actually see the stage. I'm making this video because with less than 2 weeks until Election Day, I wanted to show those of you who didn't get to attend this event or have never been to a Trump rally at all what it's really like. These events fascinate me because this whole Trump phenomenon is like nothing I've ever seen before and likely will never see again in my lifetime. People don't just like this guy, they love this guy. In fact, a common theme in the speeches throughout this entire rally was that this isn't a political movement, this is a family. And that's pretty much what it feels like when you're surrounded by tens of thousands of like-minded people. I'm very thankful to have gone to a few Trump rallies this election season. It's one thing to read about it in the news, but to experience it for yourself is a whole different ballgame. Now, can we all take just a moment to appreciate this ridiculously long line? And it's only 8 a.m. Trump doesn't even go on until 5 o'clock. But this is exactly why I'm here so early. I already got shut out of one rally recently because it filled up and I arrived too late, so I couldn't get in. And I wasn't about to let that happen again. I mean, look at all of these people. It's nuts. I've never seen a line this long anywhere. Not at concerts, not at festivals, nowhere. This is the biggest event I have ever been to in my life. Period, hands down. No questions asked. Ladies and gentlemen, please wish me luck because I am about to go to the very, very back of the longest line I've ever seen in my life. And I've gotten no sleep at all. And I can barely talk. Welcome to the second Butler Trump rally. Look at all these cars. Insane. And it's only 8 a.m. think we're almost to the end of the line. This is fucking nuts.
Car keys, debit, credit. Car keys. Take Venmo. I like you. Hey, you all right with me too.
In what many have deemed the podcast election, where each candidate has spent considerable time working the independent media circuit as opposed to traditional legacy media, which is dying a much-deserved slow death due to incessant propaganda and lies, Joe Rogan just dropped his long-awaited Trump episode, which racked up 26 million views in just 24 hours, and will most certainly become that podcast's most watched episode ever. It's 3 hours long, and oh boy. Trust me when I say it's worth a watch. While Kamala's honeymoon period from when she first entered the race several months ago has officially ended, and the air is slowly leaking out of her campaign like an old party balloon, Trump is still traveling all around the country, drawing massive crowds. And appearing on Rogan's wildly popular show may just be the final death blow to Democrats' hopes at remaining in the White House. It seems all that enthusiasm and joy the Harris campaign once experienced has since faded, and I've yet to meet anyone planning to vote for Kamala Harris. But on the other hand, it's amazing how many folks have told me very enthusiastically that they are voting Donald Trump. You know how when you go to the doctor's office and you wait in the waiting room before they bring you back into a smaller room to wait even more? Well, that's what they did to us here. We waited in that first line so we could get to this line and wait some more. Also, keep in mind that back in July, there was no line to get into the first rally here at the farm show in Butler. I simply strolled right up to the security checkpoint and walked in. So clearly there are way more people this time around. In fact, every Trump rally I go to tops the previous one as far as attendance is concerned. The crowds just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
No toasters.
I have no idea what those two ladies did to get escorted out, but whatever it was, clearly the Secret Service wasn't playing this time around. Security was definitely a lot more relaxed at the first Butler rally. I'm glad to see they tightened that up. At this point, the gates were finally opened and the line started to move as people poured into the venue, eager to find a good spot to see and hear their president, Donald Trump.
All right, guys, when you approach the dog, please do not slow down. Keep moving, do not stop.
Finally, after 3 hours plus of waiting, I'm in. Welcome back to Butler. Oh my goodness, that was quite the wait. Typically, I try to get some footage of me going through security, but they weren't playing this time. They made you take all of your possessions out of your pocket and put them in your hat, hold them in your hand. So I couldn't do any sneaky photography, videography stuff. But welcome to Butler. My favorite part, the bathroom, because I have to pee so freaking bad. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. Well, just like the first Butler rally, there's plenty of food here, plenty of line too. No time for that if I want to get a good spot in the crowd, so it looks like I'll just have to go hungry again. No food, no sleep, no problem. I've got a video to make.
I got you. Yeah.
I ended up on the left side of the stage where the shooter at the first rally fired from a nearby rooftop, which at this rally had been blocked off and was now out of view. But this water tower looks like a great spot for a secondary shooter to have camped out. Considering expert audio analysis of the shots suggest there was more than one gun fired that day, what do you guys think? I mean, am I being conspiratorial? Makes sense to me.
Republicans must win, and we must use every appropriate tool available to beat the Democrats. They are destroying our country. Whether you vote early, absentee, by mail, or in person, we are going to protect the vote. That's the most important thing we have to do, is protect the vote. Keep your eyes open, because these people want to cheat, and they do cheat, and frankly, it's the only thing they do well. We will make sure your ballot is secure and your voice is heard. Many Republicans like to vote on Election Day, and we must swamp the radical Democrats with massive turnout on Tuesday, November 5th. The way you win is to swamp them.
I settled into my spot around noon and had to wait another brutal 6 hours for Trump to go on. Time which I spent standing up, sitting down, standing up some more, and sitting down some more.
Make their way into the stadium. Today's first jumper from Phoenix, Arizona, with over 16,000 jumps, is retired U.S. Marine Corps Gunnery Sergeant Mark Hogue.
While several attendees were wounded in the shooting at the first Butler rally, one man tragically lost his life. 50-year-old former fire chief Corey Comparator, who died right here in the bleachers behind the stage while shielding his family from the gunfire. Rest in peace, Corey.
Spirit of America, right here in the heart of Butler County, Pennsylvania. Towards the danger, not for accolades.
Suddenly, during one of the speeches, which just so happened to be praising first responders, the crowd behind us began calling out for a medic, and they got one. I hope that person ended up okay.
Help keep order and provide aid to those in need when they need it most. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome me now to the stage. Sheriff Mike and his fellow sheriffs of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Amazing crowd. What an amazing day. And my friends, in 31 days, this state, starting with Butler, is going to turn red, and we're going to send Donald Trump back to the White House. I'm so proud on this historic day to welcome President Trump. I know he's en route right now. He should be here in about, I don't know, a half an hour or so. But it is this community has been so good to me and President Trump. This community is so strong and so resilient. And my friends, we are so proud to stand here in Butler, Pennsylvania, ready to take back the White House. Armed with an AK-47 style rifle, tried to finish the job.
You fucking asshole!
I want to say, you know what's so incredible? You know what's so incredible? It's how Donald Trump responded to all of this. Because despite being shot here in Butler, President Trump immediately called for national unity. And I'll never forget, my friends, what he told me after the second assassination attempt. He was probably the first person that he called that Sunday. And I was sitting at home with my son in Cincinnati, and he said, JD, they tried to do it again. I said, they tried to do what, sir? He said, they tried to shoot me again. And at first I was in disbelief. I think, immediately my thoughts went to him and how he was doing. Of course, he was physically okay because he was calling me, but I said, sir, are you doing okay? And of course, President Trump, in his President Trump way, said, yeah, I'm doing fine. You know, I'm a little pissed off because I was about to make a dirt birdie on the 6th hole and then he couldn't let me finish.
Don't liberate these United States. We're the ones who need it worst.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Eric Trump and RNC
Pennsylvania, I've never been more proud to be anywhere in my life than I am today here with you on the stage. They tried to bankrupt us. They came after us. They impeached him twice. They went after his Supreme Court justices. They weaponized the entire legal system. The Russia hoax, the dirty dossiers. You remember every single one of them. Far left AGs, far left DAs in every far left place in this country went after my father. They tried to pull him off the ballot in Colorado. They tried to pull him off the ballot in Maine. And it has not worked. And then, guys, they tried to kill him. They tried to kill him. And it's because the Democratic Party, they can't do anything right. They can't do anything right. You see it this week in the FEMA response in North Carolina, and in Georgia, and in South Carolina, and in Florida.
When evil seems to triumph over good, and our pride turns to mourning, all in an instant. The bravest among us suddenly fallen. Patriots and presidents besieged. A nation stunned to its core. And in the sight we'd ask, why? And we may never know. Rise. When will they learn this man cannot be stopped? This movement cannot be defeated. And even when they mock us, even when they slander us, even when they count us out of the fight, we will not stop.
We will not bend. We will not break. We will not yield. We will never give in. We will never give up. We will never back down. We will never, ever surrender.
Gentlemen, please welcome the next president of the United States, President Donald J. Trump.
Things were gone, but worked for all my life. And I had to start again, just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today. 'Cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining seas, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. There's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and remember still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. Sing it! To be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and remember still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the
Lee, thank you very much, really, and thank you, a very big thank you to Pennsylvania. We love Pennsylvania. And as I was saying, oh, I love that chart. I love that graph. It is a beautiful thing, but also beautiful because look at the number. That's the day I left office. It was the lowest Border Patrol, the lowest it's ever been. Illegal immigration. Today it's out of control, but I love it for other reasons too. You know that. So thank you very much, and thank Lee and what Lee has done with that song. And it's such an honor to have it. I want to just let you know that tonight I returned to Butler in the aftermath of tragedy and heartache to deliver a simple message to the people of Pennsylvania and to the people of America. Our movement to make America great again stands stronger, prouder, more united, more determined, and nearer to victory than ever before. We're going to make America great again. Win the election. And to all Americans, whether you are Republican, Democrat, Independent, Conservative, or Liberal, or you have no label whatsoever, it makes no difference. Our movement, it belongs to you. It belongs to our country. It belongs to our country. And together in just 1 month, we are going to usher in a new golden age of American security, prosperity, sovereignty, and freedom for citizens of every race, religion, color, and creed. After 16 harrowing seconds during the gunfire, time stopped as this vicious monster unleashed pure evil from his sniper's perch, not so far away. But by the hand of Providence and the grace of God, that villain did not succeed in his calling. He did not stop our movement. He did not break out our spirit. He did not shake our unyielding resolve to save America from evils of poverty, hatred, and destruction. Yet we are here this evening in record numbers. This is a big crowd. But over, and you know that this is really, truly, in the truest sense, spirit over evil and adversity, but also to pay tribute to some of the best and bravest we have ever known. This field is now a monument to the valor of our first responders, to the resilience of our fellow citizens, and to the sacrifice of a loving and devoted father, a really great man. You know that. Forever afterward, forever after, all who have visited this hallowed place will remember what happened here, and they will know of the character and courage that so many incredible American patriots have showed and know, and they know it at a level never seen before, probably. First, I want to thank the men and women of the U.S. Secret Service who threw their bodies on top of mine. Without even a thought for their own lives. They were on top of me so fast. They were on top of me, and there was not even a moment of doubt in their minds. You watch those tapes, not even a moment of doubt. I want to thank Secret Service. They're great people. They did it yet again less than 3 weeks ago when they really did a fantastic job. Another attempt. It was another attempt. We have an evil world. We have a very sick world. My gratitude to them is beyond measure. We also owe a tremendous debt thanks to the Secret Service counter sniper and a local police sniper who returned fire within seconds and stopped the shooter quickly and saved many lives. He didn't stop, he saved many lives. He had a lot of bullets, a lot of ammunition up there with him. Americans who was hit by the assassin's bullet, U.S. Marine veteran David Dutch. David, thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you, David. And David, we're thrilled to see your recovery is going well. Great doctors up here, I have to tell you, great doctors. Your courage is really an inspiration to us all, so I want to thank you very much, David. A great gentleman, great gentleman. I want to send our love to someone who could not be here because he has just undergone a major surgery related to the shooting. A man who is really badly wounded, like David, James Copenhagen. Because James was a wonderful man, a big Trump fan, Mr. Copenhaver is out there watching us right now, but he's in a hospital where they did some additional work. Corey is not with us tonight, and he should be. And we all miss him. He's become somewhat of a folk hero, I have to tell you. Who is with us is his beautiful wife and daughters and relatives, sisters. You have always stood with me. You have always stood with me, no matter what. You saw what was going on. You saw the hoaxes and the scams. You saw everything that went on. We are a team. We're a great team, I think. We're probably the best team ever in the history of our country, if you really think about it. After we all have been through all of this together, nobody's gone through what we've gone through. Nobody. Because I go through it, you're going through it too. But there's never been anything like this. You know, I always say there's an enemy from within and there's an outside enemy. And if you're smart, the outside enemy is not going to be a problem. Russia, China, North Korea, we're not going to have a problem if you have a smart president. If you have not such a smart president, then it's a problem. But we have an enemy from within, which I think is much more dangerous than the outside enemy. We stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. We can make these the 4 greatest years. We'll turn it around so fast that your head will spin. With victory on November 5th, we are going to redeem America's promise and unlock the extraordinary future that is just within our reach. It is now within our reach. Think of it, 1 month from today, 1 month. We gotta get there. We gotta get there. They'll drop all sorts of bombs. They'll be hitting you, JD. They'll be hitting me. These people, they'll hit and hit. But I think we've almost become immune to it, haven't we? We've become immune to it. You got a little dose of it, a couple of little doses. No, that's the only way. That's the only way they can even think about winning, with open borders. Who wants open borders? Who wants men playing in women's sports? Who wants sex change operations for illegal aliens in holding bins? No, I don't think so. We will begin a new era of soaring income, skyrocketing wealth, millions and millions of new jobs, and a booming middle class. We're going to boom like we've never boomed before. And we're going to unleash a manufacturing renaissance right here in Pennsylvania, including fracking like we've never fracked. You know, our opponent said, there'll be no fracking, no fracking. We'll never frack, we'll never frack. Then she started seeing poll numbers, by the way. JD, it just came out, I don't think you heard this one, but this is a shocker. You know, they always say the Democrats will win the Hispanic vote, but we've been creeping up rather rapidly. And Rasmussen is one of the most respected polls. I mean, Republicans would get 4, 5, 6, 9, 10%. They just came out with a poll, 62% for Trump. And 34% for Kamala. I don't usually use the last name because nobody knows who I'm talking about. Harris. They say, who's Harris? It's happening all the time. Who's Harris? And we can't find out who she is, because if we do, our country is going to be in big trouble. We will live in a very beautiful city or town that are safe and clean, with borders that are sealed and secure. And again, we want people to come into our country. We all want that. We need that. But you know what? We want them to come in legally. They're going to come in legally in love for our country. He said, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, doctor, please. Doctor in the house, thank you. Thank you very much, Doc. His
name is Elon Musk. He saved free speech. He created so many different great things. Where is he? Come on up here, Elon. He created the first major American car company in generations, and his rocket company is the only reason we can now send American astronauts into space. Come here. Take over, Elon. Yes, take over.
Hi, everyone. As you can see, I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark MAGA. Well, first of all, I want to say what an honor it is to be here. And, you know, the true test of someone's character is how they behave under fire. And we had one president who couldn't climb a flight of stairs, and another who was fist pumping after getting shot. Fight, fight, fight! Blood coming down the face. Now, America is the home of the brave. And there's no truer test than courage under fire. So who do you want representing America? Yeah, absolutely. And I think this election, I think it's the most important election of our lifetime. This is no ordinary election. The other side wants to take away your freedom of speech. They want to take away your right to bear arms. They want to take away your right to vote effectively. You've got 14 states now that don't require voter ID. California, where I used to live, is just passed a law banning voter ID for voting. I still can't believe that's real. So how are you supposed to have a proper election if there's no ID? It's just meaningless. And free speech is the bedrock of democracy. And if people don't know what's going on, if they don't know the truth, how can you make an informed vote? You must have free speech in order to have democracy. That's why it's the First Amendment. And the Second Amendment is there to ensure that we have the First Amendment. President Trump must win to preserve the Constitution. He must win to preserve democracy in America. Yes. This is a must-win situation. Must win. So I have one ask for everyone in the audience, everyone who watches this video, everyone in the live stream. There's one request. It's very important. Register to vote. Okay? And get everyone you know and everyone you don't know, drag them to register to vote. There's only 2 days left to register to vote in Georgia and Arizona. 48 hours. Like, text people now. Now. Oh, and then make sure they actually do vote. If they don't, this will be the last election. That's my prediction. Nothing's more important. Nothing's more important. So get everyone you know. So I'm speaking to people out there. Everyone in the crowd, I think, is already convinced. But for people out there that are watching the video, watching the live stream, you need to get everyone you know, at work, your friends, family, text groups, your social media, everything. Get them to register to vote right now. Only 2 days left for Georgia and Arizona. Only a couple weeks left in Pennsylvania. And if they're not registered to vote, it doesn't matter at that point. Register to vote. I'm being repetitive for a reason, okay? So nothing is more important. And a lot of people think maybe their vote doesn't count. Well, it does, okay? It does. It matters. And this election could be decided by 1,000 votes, 500 votes. A tiny margin. So get everyone you know to register to vote. I believe that's swapthevote.com. I believe that's the site. And double check that your registration is good. Don't take it for granted. I'm just being repetitive about this point because it is the one takeaway, more than anything, that will matter is getting those registrations and then getting everyone you know to actually vote. That is what will decide this election, especially in Pennsylvania.